What is happening, guys? Martin Martinez back again. Let's get into respect of this particular video. Again, guys, if you like the content, please do not forget to drop a like. It costs nothing, and at the same time helps the algorithm and helps me to keep going with the videos. Now, this is a comparison video. So again, I'm not necessarily in warm weather. I'm not in that position now. I'm actually in a, you know, very much winter still in the UK. However, we're gonna have a look at this one now. So Soaked Sun exclusive. Again, I've done a quick video on this one. I've only had this one now for 24 hours, but I've been able to have it on skin and work out what comes from there. I also have a very small decant. You can see how much juice I have left in this one. This is Afternoon Sun by Louis Vuitton, and this is basically what the comparison is. So I've had one on one side, I've had one on the other side, and again, what comes from it. So just a recap again in respect of the notes and what's going on with the breakdown. Notes, again, we're getting a citrus, fresh citrus, mandarin, orange, lemon, zesty type of vibe, literally sea breeze, little bit of salt, just come out of the pool type of smell, hence the reason and the name Afternoon Swim. Cost wise and respect of the differences, let's bring that in actually. Mandarin orange, Sicilian orange, bergamot, ambergris, and ginger. Now, cost wise, this one again from Soaked Sun, we're talking roughly around about the cost of, I believe, about £25 or so I paid for this one. 100ml bottle. I think this is higher than 100ml, but I mean, it looks bigger than 100ml. It looks at least like 120ml. But you can see from the bottle, you can see what we're dealing with. Again, clear juice, not bad presentation. You've got the magnetic cap, so it is what it is. Now, this again is the decant of the Afternoon Swim from Louis Vuitton. That one again is costing roughly around £135 plus, depending on how you buy it and where you buy it from. But roughly what I've seen online, that's roughly what it is. Roughly the same type of bottle, but obviously you're getting the actual direct original juice. Now, having worn both of them on skin, what are my thoughts? The Louis Vuitton one to me is, again, is cleaner in respect of the woodsy notes, that type of smell. So maybe it's the ambergris, but you're getting this type of heavier wood note compared to the Soaked Sun. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not necessarily heavy in the sense of like a woodsy, dark, heavy, Dior, you know, intense type of vibe. It's not along those sort of lines. But when I say it's heavier, it kind of stays on your skin a bit more. Whereas this one, Soaked Sun, seems a little bit lighter. It seems a little bit more spicy, and it seems a little bit more sweeter. Whereas this one seems more along the lines of definitely out of the pool vibe. Definitely you're getting that orange smell, that sort of mandarin orange smell, which to me is quite clean, quite fresh. You're borderline, let's say at an extreme, you potentially are going to get into a little bit of a touch of, let's say, Chanel Allure Homme Sport. A little bit. That type of freshness. So if you imagine that, or even if you go along the lines of, you know, let's say, for example, Versace Pour Homme, you know, along that type of aquatic vibe is what I'm saying. But having sprayed this one on skin, I'm going to spray it again actually. Having sprayed this one on skin, the opening again is clean, it's fresh, it is aquatic, and it's also again with that zesty mandarin. Whereas this one in the opening is slightly lighter, it's more spicy, and it also seems to be along the lines of again aquatic notes and everything else going on. Longevity wise, again, in all honesty, guys, the this one on wrist that stayed a lot longer for Afternoon Swim. Afternoon Swim stayed a lot longer. However, again, the projection is not really there. Now, I'm assuming, and I would hope, if you were in a hot weather scenario, then this will be fantastic for you. This will be fine. It's not offensive. I can't see anyone being upset about a fresh orange smell. It kind of does smell a little bit like lemony pledge, a little bit, but that's not a bad thing. It's just a fresh, clean scent. You know, straight out of you know, your washing machine type of smell. But it's fresh, it's nice, it's clean, it's to the point. Is it worth £235? Possibly, if that's for you. But at the end of the day, I understand why a lot of people wouldn't want to spend that amount. I'm very happy with this though, guys, in all honesty. Soaked Sun is not something that I would necessarily even have known or even have picked up on without other people doing a review. Hence why I'm doing my review now. But for me though, guys, it's clean, it's fresh, it's again, let's say it's about 70% along the lines of what's going on here. But this one seems to hold that, because it holds a little bit of weight it seems to be in the mids and going into the base with a little bit of a note of, again, some type of woodsy note in there, which I don't think is necessarily on there. The ginger, I don't pick up on this one, but I pick up more of a ginger sort of spicy note on this one. As I say, this one's lighter. And this one seems to be a little bit more, let's say, borderline floral in comparison to this. But don't get me wrong, but to the average nose, you wouldn't necessarily know. Now, in respect of, again, projection, I don't see as much in respect of this one compared to this one. However, it's not bad. I think, to be honest, guys, this just comes down to one of those scenarios where you decide, I'm going to spend maybe on this one just to get myself involved in it, and maybe when I'm in a position that I can afford to buy it, I'll pay for this one. However, this stands for me. Right about now, I'm not justifying £235 on this particular fragrance. If you were really traveling, you were really enjoying yourself, you're doing things, I mean, this probably is the afternoon swim. £235 is not really that much, it's not really that important. The bottle looks fantastic from Louis Vuitton, don't get me wrong, but what you're paying for at the end of the day is the juice. Same when I talk about Dior Homme Parfum, the bottle looks fantastic, but if the juice isn't there, what does it mean? When you're spending that amount of money, do you really want to go into something just for the bottle? Now, again, this one, not bad, done by, blind buy, you'll be fine with it. Don't get me wrong, £25 is okay. But if you're going to be spending a lot more, I think you need to get your nose on afternoon swim to know if it's really for you. I don't know if the projection is really there enough, unless you're literally in a hot country, hot aquatic scenario where you know that you're going to be in and out of the pool. Maybe then it might do its thing. And maybe you want that little bit of luxury as well. Maybe you'll say to yourself, you know what, I don't mind it as a birthday present and one-off gift. But it's not going to be a staple daily fragrance, and definitely you can't be using it in the colder months because it's just not going to give you the projection that you've spent that amount of money for. I can smell this one still wafting off, whereas this one, it's just because it's a lot lighter. This is definitely a high heat fragrance, but I don't really get enough from it. So guys, that's my review on it. Between the two of them, I'd say you get about 70% likely to be afternoon swim. At the same time though, I think it just comes down to the price point. If you do want a luxury, you do want that feeling of that creaminess and a little bit more of that mandarin, that orange, Sicilian orange, then by all means go for afternoon swim. But at the same time, guys, I don't think it's worth the price point. Who knows, guys, maybe I'll get a bottle in the future, we will see. And again, guys, if you can like the content, it does help, again, push the algorithm up and keeps the channel going. It's been a long time doing this now. And hopefully, guys, we can get to a point with it on the channel that we get to a next level and see what goes from there. And I can do more reviews for you guys. Leave your comments down below, guys, and I'll see you next video. Peace.